Hey up. A few days ago, I was planning to make a video about the Gorton and Denton by-election. I'm glad I didn't now, because back then I was convinced that Reform's candidate, Matt Goodwin, academic who now works for GB News, was going to sweep the board. I looked at Labour and I thought, no, they're no hopers. The sitting MP who has just resigned, he one of the reasons why he felt the need to quit was that he was caught out saying nasty things about his own constituents. Who's the alternative to Labour? The Greenies. Greenies are headed by a guy who calls himself Zach Polanski. His real name is Dave Poulton. And Dave uh, became known as a hypnotist who thought that he could hypnotize women and make their breasts grow through hypnotism. Yeah, that's why they call him the tit whisperer. Now, it's difficult taking the Greenies seriously at the best of times, but say what you like about Davy, with him as their leader, it's impossible for people like me to take them seriously. Gorton, Denton, it's in the borough of Tameside. I know it fairly well. It's working class, it's traditional post-industrial setup. People want to control immigration. Reform is the obvious candidate for that. Reform's man is the obvious candidate for that. And with Matt Goodwin, they've got somebody who is young, enthusiastic, and eloquent. It's guaranteed to win. So I thought. And that was when things began to go wrong. First of all, a few months ago, there was a split. Well, not a split, a schism from Reform. And the splitters set themselves up as an outfit called Advance UK. And Advance UK is running a candidate named Nick Buckley. Now, Nick Buckley is a well-known local man. He's a Mancunian, complete with accent. By running Nick Buckley, the splitters have, I think, ensured that Reform will lose some votes. I don't think Buckley's in any danger of winning the seat, but he could take a few hundred votes. And if he takes them from anybody, he'll take them from Reform. Labour. Now, had Labour run Andy Burnham, then I think they could probably have won the constituency. Burnham is the mayor of Greater Manchester. I think they would have won the constituency. His candidacy was blocked by the Great and Good in the Labour Party because he was seen as a threat to Keir Starmer. So that means that people will not be enthusiastic to vote for Labour, forgetting for a moment the other reason why they shouldn't be voting for Labour, because of the contempt that the party has for them. But nevertheless, had Burnham run, it would have meant that there was a good chance he would win. I thought by blocking him, it's guaranteed that many of those working class voters will go over to Reform. What went wrong? Well, basically the other side decided to be sensible for once. George Galloway has a party, it's called the Workers' Party. It's not really a party for working class people, it's a Muslim Pakistani party. But nevertheless, the name is the Workers' Party. I assumed that the Workers' Party would stand a candidate, as it did in the last election when it got 10% of the vote, mainly Pakistanis. And that would split the anti-reform vote very nicely. Pakistanis voting for the Workers' Party, white progressives voting for the Greenies. George Galloway has decided not to stand a candidate, and he's advised everybody to vote Greenie. So now you've got the progressives and the Pakistanis, hopefully, as far as they're concerned, uniting behind the Greenie banner. Your party, the party of Magic Grandad, as we call him. He's actually not all that much older than me, but never mind. I assumed they would stand a candidate and it would get a couple of hundred votes. Again, taking votes away from the anti-reform element. They've decided not to stand. So what have we got? We've got a reform candidate who's very good, but who's having to fend off a man, Nick Buckley, who represents a schism from reform. So the patriotic element are split. It's not a 50-50 split. I doubt if Nick Buckley will save his deposit. It's not the point. If it's close, it could let the Greenies in. On the other side, we've got the Greens. And they're united. They've got everybody siding with them. Progressive Labour people who are disgusted that Andy Burnham was not allowed to be their champion will vote Greenie. Pakistanis, who don't really have any interest in green politics, but Greenie is a suitable vehicle for them. So they're joining the Green Party anyway. Pretty soon they'll take it over, I'm sure. So the Greens, the Progressives, and the Pakistanis are united behind the Greens. It's no longer odds on that Matt Goodwin will win. In fact, I would say it's a coin toss. And I have a horrible feeling that the Tit Whisperer and his gang may very well snatch victory in this by-election. You think on, folks.